voice is gone. But no, now, as I just spoke about Smith, Dean Smith, the Villa legend, obviously got the old Saccaroni this week. And I want to talk about it. What do you think it was the right decision? Do you think it was too early potentially? Because it's quite mixed feedback, I think. And obviously we spoke about it last week. I just want to hear what you think about the decision.
I think it's not the wrong decision. I think with what he's done for Villa previously, he'd earned the next 2 games. I think it's Brighton and Palace. I think he'd earned them to see 5 wins on the bounce. 5 losses.
I was about to say, if he got that, definitely be in the job.
5 losses is not good for any manager, but I think he'd earn a right just to have these 2 games to see if he could get 4 points, and then you regroup and you see what's what. But really, if they want to push on, challenge the top half of the Premier League and try and get into Europe, it is the right decision, because without Jack Grealish, they're getting nowhere near Dean Smith in charge. And that was evident from the play last year. Without Grealish, I think they pretty much lost every game.
I speak about it all the time. One of my favourite stats. 12 games, they've got 13 points out Grealish. It's my favourite stat. I've dropped that in every single episode so far, and I will carry on, and I will somehow squeeze it in just because I will know it will annoy some of my mates. Sorry, I had to get that in. But I do completely agree with what you're saying. It's a different side, isn't it?
I think the evidence was there from last season. And then I said this to one of my good friends, Joe. Shout out, Joe, if you're listening. At the start of the season, when they sold Grealish, their recruitment reminded me of Spurs when they sold Bale, and it was trying to replace one person who's so pivotal with multiple positions, multiple people, all decent players. But it's just never going to work. You can't replace that one person who Villa built their whole team.
Relied on him,
He was driving every attack. He was winning the fouls. He was breaking the lines in the final third. And it was never going to work replacing him with four starters. Buendia obviously hasn't gone to plan at all.
Yeah, it's not only just like replacing it with 4 players. It's like with Spurs when they got like Lamella and Soldado and players like that. They replaced it with 4 players who didn't have experience. Obviously Ings did, but in that position. So they've got rid of a left winger, or sort of had a free role, replacing with Buendia, who was brilliant in the Championship. Did all right in a Norwich side, but had never been that focal point, a reliant player in a side that want to push on for top 8 or top 10, whatever they were going for. And I do agree with you in that sense. But my only thing, and I've tried to reflect on it, because I know last week I was calling for his head, and I'm trying to reflect on it. I'm trying to learn, and that I can't just moan constantly and be so negative. I'm trying to be positive about it. Yes, I know they've had a few injuries and things, and it's not worked out, and it does take time for teams to gel. But I just look at it now. Now they've got rid of him, I just can't see who's going to come in and to get this team to gel and to work, because it's a team of individuals. I think the defense isn't that strong, and when you look at the amount of money they've spent, it's not good enough, really. When you look at it, like, we can joke about Mings, who's got 2 left feet, loves a Croydon.
Can we joke about Mings, please?
Yeah, I want to talk about him. He cannot defend. He makes a mistake every week. And then Courtney Horse, it's not really a great replacement. He's all right. He's an average player, but again, he has a mistake in him.
Conser's the only
he's brilliant.
Out of them who is a good. Like Tyrone Mings, he's got a mistake in every single game, and you can just see it. You can see it happening before it happens.
Yeah.
Conser, I like.
Really like Conser.
Yeah, Conser's good. We like him.
Yeah, but when you look at the squad, I just worry. This is a side that Dean Smith has built. He has chosen this team. When you look at it, because obviously he's taken Conser from Brentford. He's taken Watkins from Brentford. Like, he tried to build this squad, the perfect squad he wanted. He got in Matty Cash, and all of these decisions were his decisions. So it's going to be interesting to see who comes in. I know obviously Gerrard's odds on. I do not think for a second, and I will happily be clipped up on TikTok and mocked for this, because I cannot see why Gerrard right now in pole position to win his second back-to-back title in Scotland. He's got years left on his contract. I can't see why he would leave that in the middle of the season when he stopped Celtic getting their 10th league title. After he could have back-to-back titles, he's waiting for the Liverpool job or waiting for a bigger job. Why on earth would he ruin that legacy when he could win the second title and then come into a relegation scrap? Because I know, like we joke about it, Villa have invested a lot of money, but they're like Newcastle. They are in a relegation scrap. They are down at the bottom. I know it's early to say,
Agreed.
But right now, they're only 2 points off Burnley. And you know, one thing with Burnley is they will stay up. It's physically impossible for Burnley to get relegated. They are a cheat code. Sean Dyche, a 4-4-2 merchant. I cannot see how and why Steven Gerrard would come to the Premier League. Martinez has been mentioned. Again, Belgium. Why would these managers with such high pedigree leave stable jobs to come to a... I know they've got a lot of money. You might be able to tell me. You might be able to disagree with me, but I just don't understand why they would go to a club like that and not wait till the end of the season.
I can see the appeal because as much as you might try and deny it, Villa are a very big Premier League side.
Oh, no, like, I know, I agree.
Club.
They are huge. They are huge.
Probably top 8.
Matt, I will happily accept defeat to that. I know they're huge. I'm not denying that.
On the Gerrard, agrees all the stuff about Rangers and going to, which he's in a position to win his second title, which would be great. And obviously, he looks happy there. I think it's the fact he's living up there, he looks good. But if he came to Villa now, where they are 2 points off the drop, and then doesn't succeed, that's a massive mark on his resume then for the future. If you say if it doesn't go to plan and then they're stuck around there battling relegation all season and just escape it, that's not going to help develop him as a manager.
Exactly.
And it's not going to look good on his CV.
For when Liverpool let's be honest, when Klopp leaves, it's going to be Gerrard. Why on earth would he risk and potentially tarnish the brand he's creating? Because he literally has gone to Rangers, turned it around. Yes, he's had a lot of investment. I just don't understand why he would come. And I get, obviously, I'm not denying it. Villa are huge and they've got a very good... They've got some good players and they've got a lot of financial backing.
I'm also not sure if Villa fans would want him because as promising as he has looked with Rangers, no disrespect to the Scottish League, but it's not the same level. And to come in with a little experience other than with Rangers... I don't know if Villa want that when, like we said, they're 2 points off the drop. You probably want someone who you know will give you results instantly.
Yeah, Stevie Bruce. Get Stevie Bruce back in. They get all the cabbages back out. You got Nuno on the cut. Oh, I'd love that. As a West Brom fan, just to witness that happen, just Nuno coming in, just you can imagine all the lads just kicking off. Everyone, that's my manager, because obviously, it'd just be brilliant. That would, I would absolutely love that. It will be interesting to see. But what I never get with this, and it's the same with Newcastle and Norwich when we move on to them, why they sack a manager at this point and not have somebody lined up instantly ready. I think it's really poor planning, especially when they've got an international break, when you could have literally over a week training with the team, getting your philosophy in, when you're in this kind of...
No, I don't mind it because doing it before the international break, you give yourself, a week and a half to have proper interviews, to proper suss out your candidates, rather than rushing into it while you've got games, you've got a caretaker manager, you might be losing more games. You've got time to assess your options.
I get that, but when you've looked at some other clubs, like the Tottenham, with Nuno, that turned around quite fast. You can line up. I know, obviously, I can't even mention the T word, Tottenham. You've already made a dig about the signing when they got rid of Bale, but looking at that, they made a decision fast.
That was no dig.
I know it wasn't. They lined it up, but I just don't understand in this day and age why they haven't lined something up. Because I get what you're saying. It's the perfect time to have a week off where they can look at managers and things, but it's also a perfect time for those players who aren't in the international squads, which Villa have a few of them. They have a few players who aren't. It's a perfect time to get into the change rooms, into the dressing room, on that training pitch, and getting that philosophy in and meeting all the players. Because next thing you know, the international break will finish. You've got 3 days until the games start, and then we're coming into November, December time when the games literally are coming at you thick and fast. They're slapping you around the face. Whereas it'll be double game weeks all round. So I don't know. It might just be me. I don't know, and I can't see. Who do you genuinely believe then will get the job? I'm clueless. I genuinely
no. It's a guessing game. I think Roberto Martinez could go. He has said for a while he wants to get back into club football. Villa are, as we spoke about, a big club.
They are a big club.
Transfer budget. There is some talented players there, so I think there's a lot of appeal, especially when you look at the rest of his club career. Villa would be right up there alongside Everton, wouldn't they?
Yeah, and he's a good manager. I love him, and I think he's somebody the fans would really get behind. It's nice football. It's attacking. and he's got experience.
Yeah.
He's done it. He
And
has done well, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think
Relegation
the Belgian
scraps as
job
well.
the Belgian job will have made him a better manager than we saw at Everton as well.
Oh, I agree, definitely. It should be interesting. It's all a guessing game, really. Like, we can predict, but probably by the time this has gone out, we might look stupid, and Gerrard might have already moved down. He's got the Brummie accent already, and he's in the job. So, like, we'll just wait and see then. So